morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Sunday the 17th of March 2024. It is currently 3:25 in the morning and as I alluded to at the end of last night's video, I'm currently at the Premier Inn at Stansted Airport, and today, for the second time this season and the third time within a calendar year, we're off back to Germany, and this time we're heading to the southwest and to Karlsruhe, where today we're watching Karlsruhe versus FC Magdeburg in Zwei Bundesliga. Now this is going to be an almighty long day because I'm actually returning to the UK tonight, and after the game I'll be getting a train down to Basel in Switzerland, then crossing over the French side of the border in Basel. Obviously Basel being sort of sandwiched in between Germany and France, obviously it is in Switzerland. Then obviously flying back to Manchester, so it's going to be, as I say, a hell of a long day, but it's going to be a slightly different video to usual because I'll be showing you what I get up to on my travel, etc. after the game as well. So without further ado, let's get into this and let's get that flight from Stansted. Once again, willkommen in Deutschland. I'm actually still like a good 25 miles or so away from Karlsruhe itself. Obviously this airport serves Baden-Baden as well. But I'm going to get a bus to Rastatt, which funnily enough is where I'm basing myself when I'm back here for the Euros in June when I go to that game in Frankfurt. And from there I'm going to get a train to Karlsruhe, so hopefully it'll all work out alright. So now just at Rastatt train station, going onwards to Karlsruhe. You'd think an airport that serves Karlsruhe would have direct transport links to Karlsruhe, wouldn't you? But then again, what do I know? So I am now finally in Karlsruhe, and as with every video, this is the point where I do the match preview. And going into this afternoon's game, Karlsruhe are currently in 9th place in the Zwei Bundesliga table, while Magdeburg are in 12th place. So it's a bit of a mid-table kind of thing. Like, I can't see either side really having any worries at the wrong end of the table come the end of the season, but most certainly won't be challenging at the top end of the table either. But all the same, like I think to a degree when I do these kinds of trips, the football is maybe a bit of a almost a secondary kind of thing. It's more about the experience, and I've heard a lot of good things about this ground, so I'm coming here with high expectations and hopefully I'm not let down. But in terms of the game itself, the signs do seem to point to a home win this afternoon. I think Karlsruhe are in maybe slightly better form than what Magdeburg are in. I think it's like 5 points difference between them at this moment in time, but Magdeburg do serve themselves as something of a bogey team for Karlsruhe, so maybe makes it a little bit more interesting. I don't think Karlsruhe have beaten them in several attempts, and the game I think they played earlier this season at Magdeburg ended in a draw, so it could be close, this one today. I mean, probably not a game that screams going to be a classic, but then again, as I've just said, it is more about the experience of these kinds of places than what it is like more so than maybe the actual football. In terms of why I did this trip, I was looking into possibility of doing a Europe and back in the day kind of thing. I just wasn't sure of the when, the where and the when, but then obviously I looked into the logistics of this, and yeah, it became a bit of a no-brainer after a while, and I have heard good things, as I've just said, so looking forward to this one, I've got to say. Also, we've done a few games in Germany before, a couple of lower league ones and an international, but I think this is the first time on the channel that we've done a game in either Bundesliga or Zwei Bundesliga, isn't it? So yeah, I've got to say, really looking forward to it this afternoon. Let's head on down to the BB Bank Wild Park and find out how it all unfolds. Okay, now I'm in Germany. This place was actually recommended to us on Twitter. It is called Vogelbrau, and yeah, they're pretty glad I came here. Seems to be a nice vibe in here, a lot of Karlsruher fans in here. Yeah, it goes without saying, just going to enjoy this big beer now. I know I go on a lot about like differences between English football and football in other countries on these kind of videos, but one thing that is very notable in Germany compared to England is that here almost everyone is wearing colours, whereas in England some people have this point of view that if you wear colours or a shirt or whatever, you're this, that and the other. It's really strange, like the differences in it, but I mean, I'm like all for like getting your colours on, showing the support and all that. So, and you think when you're in the ground, if it's like a colourful like stadium, whatever, it makes for a more enhanced atmosphere, in my opinion. So I've got to say, I am with the Germans on this one. Here we are then, a new one off the list. Let's just go inside. So it's now time for a bit of scran. Gone for the currywurst and fries, as you pretty much got to when you come out this way. Absolutely banging. So Magdeburg are all warming up. They're going to have to be in a change strip this afternoon. Of course, their colours will be blue, and judging by the colour of the stadium, the season, etc., I'm guessing we've already sort of guessed that Karlsruhe are playing blue, so I'm not entirely sure what colours Magdeburg are going to be in, but we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, as I'm speaking, Karlsruhe are coming out to warm up. Of course, going to be in that blue. Anyway, I'll see you. I would say when the players come out of the tunnel, but with videos like this, I often come back before that happens to get any pre-match displays or whatever, so I'll probably just see you then. Behind the cameraman there is the Magdeburg fans, travelling good numbers to say it is quite a distance from here to Magdeburg. start by Karlsruhe. I'm absolutely loving this. Half-time, Karlsruhe 4, FC Magdeburg 0, and in case you're wondering, yes, they are playing the explicit version of this song. Honestly, this experience is just absolute insanity. Like, on paper, this game should have been close, but Karlsruhe have taken that bit of paper, torn it up, chewed it up and spat it back out. They have been absolutely ruthless in front of goal, and if anything, the way this is heading, it could genuinely be 7 or 8, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Magdeburg are well and truly not at the races today, just giving the ball away far too cheaply, being completely outplayed, barely had a sniff in front of goal. Yeah, there's no arguments you can have with this scoreline and the way that this game is going so far, but for me, yeah, it's absolutely unbelievable, to tell you the truth. Obviously I came into this game maybe with low expectations for the game itself, but high expectations for the grounds, the fans, the experience, but I can honestly say the fans and the grounds have matched and possibly exceeded those expectations, and the game has just yeah, it's just been absolutely wild, and I'm in the wild park, so it's kind of appropriate. So anyway, on to the second half, fingers crossed for more of the same. Kind of wish the first one had gone in. No, I'm sorry, but this sort of behaviour cannot be tolerated. The TV cameras blocking my view, but fair play to the Magdeburg fans. Travel a long way to see a team basically have the piss ripped out of them, but they kept going through the game, so fair play.
1028 Besucherinnen und Besucher.
Added time. If this goes into the door play of Magnificent 7, I'm going to be fuming. So if the Magdeburg players have genuinely gone to listen to what the Magdeburg fans have to say about that. Yeah, honestly you never see that in like wherever, do you? Like it's and that's just the full thing about fan culture over here. Like the fans do play an enormous part, which I think is being maybe demonstrated here. Something's about to happen. full-time, Karlsruhe 7, FC Magdeburg 0. Am I going a bit mad coming all this way just for one day? Well, I'm a 26-year-old bloke from the north of England walking through a forest in southwest Germany on a Sunday afternoon, quite possibly, but do I have any regrets after that? Absolutely not. What an unbelievable experience that was. Just what we're seeing on the pitch, what we're seeing off the pitch, it is exactly why I do these trips. And I think what I was saying a few months ago about maybe not doing these trips all the time, just to keep them special, and I think that is exactly the reason why I do pick and choose my moments with them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had some quite unbelievable luck with some of the games I've seen on the continent over the years, and that's just another one to add to the list. But yeah, I think it is, like I'd maybe say, important to do these kind of trips, because I think it just does like broaden your overall horizons, opens your eyes a bit more to what football culture is like in other countries, in certain regions of those countries as well. And yeah, the Karlsruhe has certainly left a lasting impression there today. And I've got to say as well, like big ups to Magdeburg fans who were absolutely magnificent throughout that. It must have been a massively degrading experience to come all this way, like pretty much across Germany, to see your team get absolutely mauled like that. And but they never stopped singing throughout the course of the game. The players went over and listened to what one or two of the fans had to say at the end of that game, which obviously for me I found quite extraordinary, really, because if a team got beat like that back home, chances are they'd probably just maybe give the fans a quick clap, then walk off. But they knew that they massively messed up today, and yeah, I think when you're in that kind of situation, if you're a fan and you've travelled all that way, you've got a right to feel aggrieved, haven't you? So yeah, fair play to the Magdeburg players as well. I think you know what, one day I might end up there in the future. Who knows? I do plan to do more and more trips to Germany as the years go on, and we'll just see what it brings. But I think for today, the glory does belong to Karlsruhe, this brilliant city, that brilliant stadium, that brilliant fan base, and that very good team as well. So yeah, like Karlsruhe, danke. That's all I can say. It's been an absolute blast. But now it is time for me to make tracks back home, and this would normally be the end of the video, but I'm going to show you how I get to Basel from here, and obviously to Euro Airport. Then I'll wrap up the video when I get back to the airport. So I was a little bit conscious about any bags policy that Karlsruhe may or may not have had at the ground. So essentially I've had to leave my rucksack in a locker at the train station all day, and I was having visions that I was going to come back and the locker would be open and my bag not be there. But fortunately, still in one piece. I need to charge my phone a little bit, so that is a good thing as well. I'm sat in a German McDonald's waiting for a German McDonald's meal. So obviously back in the UK, you'll obviously know that you'll have noticed one or two Flix buses being rolled out, similar to like National Express and Megabus and stuff like that. But on the continent, I've got Flix train, and this is what's taken me to Basel this evening. Willkommen in Schweiz. Language of welcome is variable depending on which part of Switzerland you're in. Anyway, they're just going to now get the necessary transport to go over into France to go to the airport. Bienvenue in France. I don't think I've ever been in 4 countries in the same video, have I? Yeah, a bit of channel history made there today. I'm going to go into the airport now, and once I've cleared security and what have you, I will wrap up the video. So I've done everything I need to do at the airport. I'm just waiting for my flight now, and I'm going to say that is that for this video. I feel a bit of mixed emotions, really. I feel a bit like sad that obviously this is coming to an end, but again, I'm happy because it happened. And that's I think that's a good saying, isn't it? Don't be sad because it's over, smile because it happened. That's most definitely something I'm going to do when I think back on this day in years to come, because yeah, it was a really like unforgettable day, unforgettable experience, and I'm just so like thankful to like the city of Karlsruhe, to Karlsruhe as a club, like for like giving me that memory that will now last. But yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday with a talk video. Actually, yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a chat about the National League running and what I reckon may or may not happen. But until then, take care. Cheers for watching. See you later.